And today we're going to be doing, obviously, live. Like always, I love doing live. I prefer doing live, and then also it records and uploads it after. So if you guys don't get to see the live, then you'll be able to see it afterwards. So good morning to you. Actually, good afternoon to you. It's 1:40, and my kids are back home. They're not in school today because of some kind of holiday today. No, President's Day or something. What's today's holiday, Danny?
Patriots Day.
Patriots Day. Sorry, Patriots Day. So my kids don't have school all week. Actually, they're gonna be home all week long. So I've had a few notifications today, some emails, and I'm not too happy with some of these emails I'm getting. Alright, this is how it works. Right now, I'm buying my own product with my own money. I'm disabled. That means I have a limited income. The amount of money I make from disability goes straight to my bills. I don't have anything left over. Any products that I buy, I have to make money to be able to buy this stuff. Now, I'm a computer technician. I work on computers on the side, tablets, phones, and stuff like that. I make extra money so I could buy my own products, and that's how I do my reviews. And the reason why I'm saying this is because when I get emails of people asking me for mods and so on and so forth, so they could do their show and they could, I'm like, I can't. And I'm not trying to be mean, but how am I supposed to? I'm just a regular person doing reviews. I'm not getting stuff from anybody, you know what I mean? Like, this is like hard-earned stuff, and like some of the stuff that I do get for free, I said it already before in one of my videos, I have to give those things back. You know what I mean? I already reviewed some things, and they were borrowed stuff, and I gave them back. Simple as that. And the things that are kind of bothering me is I'm getting an email, and this person is asking me for stuff. Now, I don't know what your situation is, but I'm a single father. I'm on disability. I have 2 kids that live with me, and I have to support them before I care about anybody else. So if you think I'm going to send you something because you're asking me, because you're trying to help people, I'm sorry. I'm not the person to be asking for free stuff. I'm just not the person. Alright, so make sure that you hear this message. I don't have anything to give you. I told you on your other email, and then once again I had gotten another email right after for other stuff. I can't help you. I'm sorry, but rtsvapes.com, you go there, you look for what you want, and it's there. If you can't find it, I'll give you the direct link to what you need. But I am not going to use that as an excuse saying that you can't find a product that I could just type in Google and it pops right up, and you're saying you can't find it at all. I'm not falling for that shit. There's just no way. And if you want to unsubscribe from me, go ahead. But there's no way that you're going to tell me you can't find a simple product that's sold in grocery stores, that's sold in vape shops, that's sold all around America, and you're saying you can't find it at the website that actually sells the product. So that just don't seem right to me, and there's just no way. And what bothers me is you told me about you got your own thing you're doing, and you're out helping people to quit smoking. Then I asked you to let me see a video or let me subscribe to your channel, and then you told me you don't have videos. You're out on the road doing this. How do I know that you're just not some crazy guy trying to get free stuff off the internet? I'm sorry, but out of the thousands of people, just because you live in Bridgeport, Connecticut, Sorry, did I say that? You know who I'm talking to. Just because you grew up where I grew up at isn't going to give me a soft spot in my heart for you. I'm sorry. You really got to, if you're going to do this for people, you got to do it out of your own hard-earned money. But I don't know, like I said, I don't know your situation. If you're working, you need to spend some of your money, brother, because I am not giving you what I got that comes from disability that I have to spend on my kids. I am not going to spend it on someone else unless if it's something like a giveaway and you win it, then you will get that prize. But I am not just going to go out of my hard-earned stuff and then pay for it to be sent to you after I just bought that product out of my own pocket. It's not going to happen, dude. I'm sorry, but I don't know your situation, but if you're working and you're trying to do this and you're trying to go around to different websites or different reviewers and ask them for free stuff, it's just not going to work. You know, I've done it before and I wanted to get my channel going, and I asked a couple guys if they could help me out with some free old stuff that they don't use anymore, if they wanted to just donate whatever they want, and they don't answer. They're not going to email you. They're not going to talk to you. They don't give a shit. You're going to learn the hard way. No one cares. I at least have the decency to answer you back and tell you that I really don't have nothing to give you. I only have a couple things that are mine, and that's it. And I got a new opening that I'm doing that I busted my butt to purchase, and how it worked. You know what I mean? I'm going to be honest. I'm going to show you something. Let's see which one. It was, there it goes. I got two things I could show you. Watch this. Where's my phone so I can see if anyone's talking to me? Alright, so alright, let's see. So I'm a place to purchase things where I'm gonna get eBay. I don't like shopping on eBay and stuff like this. I'll explain something. I've been ripped off on eBay, but I always got my money back. eBay has a guaranteed money back. Sometimes there's people like them guaranteed you're from eBay. So if you, because I'm not live D and nope, vape search. Let's see if I find it. Huh. Wow, I don't see my I don't know if I'm on live. Am I on live, guys? Man, I don't even know because I don't see a chat box on this live channel here. And that's kind of bothering me. So, I don't know if I'm actually broadcasting. I'll find it. I'd find it. I'm going to close this all out. I think my phone's having some trouble. But I want to do an opening on a package that I've been using for a while to learn about it. And I haven't really done a lot of learning. I did more enjoying the product. So basically it's from WISMEC, the REULEAUX RX200. And a lot of you guys, I know a lot of you out there really like this product. And once again, the guy who emailed me for free product, I worked hard to get this. So please do not ask me to send you this, because this is mine and you're not getting it. So don't bother. Same thing as this. I worked hard to order this. This is cheap online. And if you can't afford it, then I don't know what to say. Because if you're using drugs or something, that would be the only reason why you can't afford it. Because I'm disabled with a very low income. I have to pay bills. I got to take care and support two boys, and I managed to do it. So figure something out. So, and I'm not trying to be mean, man. I'm just trying to tell you the facts. I grew up where you did. I ain't stupid. I wasn't born yesterday. You're really going to have to figure something else out, because I'm the wrong one to be asking for stuff. But basically what I'm going to be doing is a review on the REULEAUX and we're gonna see how it works. I'm gonna be doing this kind of basically with you guys, going through the instructions, showing you how to use it, and showing myself how to use it. There I go, I'm live. I see my chat room now. I'm gonna lower the volume so you guys don't get all mixed up in there with me. Hey bro, what's up, Bill Jordan? Now I can see you. Are you still in here? If you are, just say hello again or something. I see you, but this is gonna be a review on this. And basically, I got the red and black, which is my favorite color. As you see, I got the red and black Kangaroo Tech. I know the paint job is starting to peel off. I did myself. Taking the vape real quick. So what we're going to be doing is just talking about this. And first of all, this is how it comes in this nice box. And it's a good, sturdy, hard box. It's like a silver color with the black ink coloring on it of the Rouleau, which is really a nice box. It's not as big as you guys think. I know a lot of you think that this is going to be big because you see 3 18-650s. It's really not that big. I'm going to go ahead and take it out. And I have big hands. So to me, maybe that's why it's small, but I have really big hands. So to me, it's small. Like seriously, I have big hands. This is, I believe, a 12-foot ruler, and my hands are basically, oops. Let's turn it. Oh, I took the battery out. That's right, because it kept turning on its own. So we'll just skip that for now. This is about 3 inches, I would say, maybe 2.5 inches tall, and about 1.5 to 2 inches wide. I'm not using millimeters or anything right now, but if I do it without the battery and they're giving me an exact, it is very big. It's about 84 millimeters tall. Excuse me, 40 millimeters, 41 millimeters wide, somewhere around there. And it is going to fit a good amount of RDAs on here that are going to be a big, wide. So you could definitely fit up to 30 millimeters on here, no problem. Even probably up to about 35 millimeters. What's up, Jordan? So right now I'm gonna take this back case off, and we're basically, this is just held on with 4 batteries, and they give you 2 slots here. There's gonna be one on this side and one right here on this side, and that's just so you can fit your nail or finger in there and just pop it open. This does have 4 strong batteries, 4 strong magnets on it, sorry, and they are strong, so you ain't gonna have a problem with this coming off at all. It goes on and it really sticks on there. I mean, it doesn't come off. I'll show you. I'll hold it from the bottom and top, and it almost popped off, but I jerked it real hard, which is maybe sometimes might fall if it hits if it falls down the stairs and flips around like that. It might pop off with the impact, but as far as just falling off or anything like that, it's not going to go ahead and do that. So don't be scared about this falling off. As far as scratching, this takes a good amount of wear and tear. As you can see, I have rings that I wear with some sharp edges, and just like my Kangaroo, this is torn up because of wearing rings, and the finish coat is gone. I did on there just about. Now the nicks are starting in there. If this was the original paint, it would have been ripped off by my rings already, but because I painted it and put a couple layers of clear coat, it's taken a while. But as you can see, my Kangaroo Tech, it's starting to peel off the paint, but on here it's really doing good at withstanding a lot of nicks and scratches and drops. I dropped it twice already. You could see on the bottom, from placing it down on rough surfaces, you got a little wear and tear in the paint job. But pretty much that's it. It's just going to be on the edges where it really sticks out. And if you look on here, you might see a little bit of wear and tear right there. But once again, that is an edge that gets used up a lot when I place this in. It kind of hits the corner when I take it out and put it in, take it out and put it in. These magnets are really strong in there. I have trouble sometimes. Now, Dustin Stewart, what's up? Yeah, it's not a paint. You're right. It's not a paint. It's I'm trying to think of the proper name to use for it, and I really am not sure. But it's in the aluminum really good. Stream the alright, good text. So basically right here, I like one thing that they did here is the battery connectors. And this one here, this is your positive and your negatives. This negative, these are adjustable and they're brass. And then your positive, what I like about it, it's the way it comes, it's very wide and it's really nice. Your battery actually fits on there without tearing the battery covers. So these are the original ones that came with mine. Mine came with batteries, which was honestly, it wasn't in it. It came in a box on its own. These are all 40 amps, max 40 amp. Now I don't know. I'm confused about the 40 amp thing because DJ Danny DLS or whatever his name is, he said that he tested a lot of batteries and there are really no 40 amps out there in their rewraps. This company has been out for a while and they're still putting out 40 amps, and I'm just wondering if these are 40 amps or not, if these are like rewraps. And basically, if anyone's seen his videos, if you know if he placed these on there as a rewrap, let me know, because I would like to know that. The newer version is 250 watt. 250 watt. Yes, there's a new update out. I have the 3.0, I believe. Let me place these batteries in here real quick. So I love the way the battery is going, nice and easy. They go in nice and easy. The positive, there's no kind of edges on that positive for that battery to get caught on there. They pop in very easily. I'm pretty impressed with that. They really thought about that positive sliding in and out without getting snagged up on anything. I mean, it just goes in nice and easy, and I really like that a lot. So I got the batteries in. It's already on. It memorized my wattage, everything. I had it on. So let me see. To see it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Did I do it right? Let's see. I shut it off. Let me get the booklet. This does come with a booklet. It comes with a cord so you can charge it with. Right in the bottom. And then it comes with a booklet. WISMEC. This is the booklet, and it comes with, please be careful not to use batteries with torn cases as it is safely hazardous. Thank you for the reminder. That's pretty cool that they do put a reminder in there for some people. Some people don't think, and they just don't have that common sense to think of stuff like that, and they end up doing shit like that. So I gotta put my goofy glasses on again, guys, so don't laugh. All right. Find this. All right, so we're gonna. All right, so let's see. Power off, stealth functions, lock, unlock, changing the screen. I know how to do all that stuff. I'm sure some of you know how to do it too. So we'll start at the beginning here. So basically this booklet is going to show you just about everything. It's going to tell you what everything is, your 510. It's going to tell you your fire button. And I don't know why this camera sucks when it comes to zooming in on stuff, but it's going to tell you your screen, your up and down buttons, your micro USB port, where all that stuff is, and then all in here it's going to tell you your instructions and how to use it. So the power off, see, I always drop and look, it didn't even get scratched, not even a scratch. I love this this paint on here, or whatever it is. Turn off and tap fire 20 times. Yes, that's it. Thank you. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. There it goes. I got the version 3.00. Now they have a new update. I don't know if you guys know that, but they have a new update for 250 watts. Yes, I said 250 watts. That update, I haven't done that one yet, but I will be doing that update soon. And when I do that update, I'm going to be doing it live on YouTube with you guys, so you could see how to do it if you don't know how. For the people who do know how, that's more power to you. You'll just be watching it again with me if you don't mind. And if you do mind, then you could just skedaddle and just come back later. So stealth functions, there are the power on and power off is you hit the button 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's off. On. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On. Stealth functions. While the device is on, simultaneously hold the fire button and the down button. This will switch the screen display on and off. So this is the down button, right? Yep, this is the down button. And if you guys don't notice, if you don't like looking at your buttons while you're just vaping and you want to kind of feel which one is down and up, they are raised. One is down, and your down button is actually down. It's sitting down. I don't know if you can see it, but it is sitting down just a little bit more than the positive, I believe, or is it sitting up and the positive is sitting down? All right, the positive sits down a little bit more and the negative sits up a little bit more, it feels like. I think I'm right. I don't know. It's hard to tell, but I can feel it on my fingers. Like one sits up, it feels like a little bit more than the other. Unless if my buttons are screwed up and it's just all messed up. Oh no, man, I got a screwed up one. No, but it feels like one's up more than the other. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. But your negative is on the left, your positive is on the right. Basically, you're down and you're up. So I have mine on 89 watts. And we are doing the stealth settings. And all you have to do is hold this one right here and your fire button down. And you have it stealth on. So you can fire this. I believe you can fire it, right? Let me put my tank on. And we should be able to fire this with no screen. So there you go. This actually helps you save a little on the power, I believe. You're not using any power to light this up, so I would assume it helps a little bit on saving power. I love that. I got cookies and cream in here right now, and it tastes pretty good. Now all you do is hit the fire and down button once again, and it will turn on. So when I hit the fire button, your display screen will turn back on. So, adjustment lock function. While this device is on simultaneously, I cannot say that word. Press the up and down buttons. This will lock and unlock the adjustment button functions. So if you have a function that you want and you're afraid, like let's say you put this in your pocket and you don't want anything to hit the buttons, or by mistake when you grab it, and I do this a lot, I hit the buttons I hit the buttons and I end up changing the temperature on myself by mistake because I'm not paying attention. And that is a good feature they have, is you hit both the down and up button together, and right there it locks it, so I won't, by mistake, I won't change that on myself, but I will be able to still fire. I will still be able to fire this, so that's pretty cool that it has this feature. One feature I do wish they had, well, not really, and in a way, kinda, but it won't make any sense for that feature I was thinking of. I could just shut it off. So we'll skip that feature. But while we're doing this review, I am gonna unplug this and I'm gonna vape on my Dimitri. My Dimitri, love this. Parallel. You guys seen this before. I had a different picture on there. I think this one looks a lot better on my Dimitri. So let's skip that though. So we got the batteries in. Now we're going to move on to the resistance lock. The resistance locked functions. While the device is on wow, I hate being Puerto Rican sometimes. It's hard for me to say certain words. Hold the fire button and the up and down to enter resistance lock mode. To disable resistance lock mode, repeat the oh, I think I actually already did that. So you hold the fire button and the up button to enter resistance. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Oop, I did it wrong, I think. Alright, now I'm gonna do it. Or am I doing something wrong here? While the device is on, simultaneously hold the fire button and the up button to enter resistance lock mode. I think I have this locked and that's why it's not. Alright, so it's unlocked. Now I could, alright, now I can hold it down. And it should go to the, oh, do I need the atomizer on? It keeps saying no atomizer. Just hold the fire button and the up button to enter, hold. Anybody like, you guys laughing at me because I'm having a problem here? Don't be making fun of me. I'm getting old, you know? That old age is kicking in. Alright, I'm trying to do this here, but I don't see why it's not at room. Yeah, okay, so that's my problem. I need to have my tank on, and then I need to go ahead and do this. So I gotta hold the power button, the up button, because I have to do it at room temperature, so it should be reading. No, why isn't it working? It says resistance lock function. While the device is on, simultaneously. Okay. I see what I'm doing. Nope, maybe I don't see what I'm doing. Damn, I feel like a nerd with these glasses. Switch to display mode. Alright, so to switch to display mode, all you have to do, I believe, is you hold the up and down button together and it should change it to the other way. Nope, that locked it. Unlock. To press, by pressing the up and down button simultaneously. Okay. It is in shutdown. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna shut it down, power off, state the screen display will switch over. So what's up, Mike? Yo, you should take a ride over to Sanford and oh, there it goes. So it just switched over. So we're gonna do it again. You hold these two buttons down and it will switch over. And it will switch back. So I'm left-handed. Maybe that's why I'm in the right state of mind all the time. So I like it facing this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I like it this way because I look at it like this. So I'm a left-handed person. Y'all don't like it too bad. Let me take a vape. Skittles. Dr. McVapes. Order Dr. McVapes online for only $24.99 for 300 milligrams. Come get it now while it lasts. It just sucks because it needs sweetener. But other than that, it's good. And it no nicotine as well. But I don't mind because I vape no nicotine. That is something I don't care. But the flavor, holy shit, put some sweetener in it. It's freaking a candy vape. I can't stop thinking about it. Yeah, man, that'll be cool if you could stop down. We'll do a nice vape show together. Hopefully I could get a 100 subscriber. Once I get the 100 subscriber, that'll be cool. If you come down, you could do it with me. If your name comes up in it. So, you know what I mean? I'm not going to cheat and say you can't win it because your name came up. But we're just learning about the new device I have from WISMEC. And I love this thing. I don't use it a lot because for some reason, it's not even fixed. It's built, so I haven't it vapes. Silver, the bell cap, so I like the way it looks with the bell. It's up. It does never dry hit. Man, that's a Kangaroo. I'm only vaping at watts and this clouds, boy, chuck in there. When I'm done with it, I'm gonna show you guys how the single coil works on that. And then I'm going to see how it vapes and stuff on a single coil. And then I'm going to put it back after a while. But I never tested out the single coil. Actually, sorry. I'm doing the single coil build on this. This is the Goblin Mini. I'm doing the single coil build on here. It has a single coil option and has like a plug setup where it plugs two of the holes and stuff. So I want to see how that works. But right now we passed the screen functions of how to swap the screen over to left-handed right-handed mode. Alright, and now this rotate 180 degrees. You can view the screen from two kinds of angles through this operation. That is what we just did. Shift between TC and VW mode. When the device is powered on, press the fire button 3 times in quickly successions to toggle between that. So while the button, when the device is powered on, we're going to press the button 3 times fast. So the fire button, 1, 2, 3. So we are still in wattage mode. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there we go. We're in wattage mode. Now we just go ahead and we could switch through the different devices. This is temperature NI, nickel. Now we have temperature TI, titanium. So stainless steel. M1, which is memory 1, memory 2, memory 3, and then we go back to wattage. Now that's what I like about this is on this one, on the RX200, it's already pre-installed for you, whereas in the DNA 200 it's not. You have to go online and set that up. Hey, 1 second guys, boys. If you guys need to use the bathroom, go use the bathroom because Melanie is going to take a shower. Alright, well go ahead and you go poop, boy. Alright, so, sorry about that. I got kids, man, you know. So, let me see. 1 second, guys. Yep. 10 minutes. You will be set. There. Alright, sorry. I got kids. I just gotta go, you know, just do the daddy thing real quick. Just a minute. Just a minute. Just a minute. And you get your butt in there. I don't want you in front of this camera.
I won't.
Don't try to be slick.
I'm just gonna stand here and kind of go up.
1 second. 1 second. A blow pop?
Yeah.
Yes. And don't go grabbing the big ones.
I was just about to grab a big one.
You can have a dum-dum. You're not going to have a whole huge snack because you have a little pop.
I'm just going to ask for a chocolate chewy that's
Nope. Alright, go ahead. Go. Peace. Because I said so. Go. Grab a small one. Bye. Peace. Peace. Shut the light off. Peace.
Shut the poop off.
Peace. Let me get back to my video here. You guys go be a good boy and go play your games.
I'm grabbing a snack.
Being a father, single dad, it's tough work, but it's fun. But it's hard and fun at the same time. Remember that.
Chocolate chewy that he said no.
Right there, and I said no. Grab something different. You're right. Thank you, Danny. All right, so right now we're working on. I showed you guys how to do the TCNI, TCTI, and the TCSS, so stainless steel mode, and how to get into it. You push the power 3 times while it's on, and you'll be able to get in there and do your adjustments on your different coils that you're using. So that's an easy function to go ahead and do that. You just hit that fire button 3 times, and it'll bring you right into that mode. Very nice, very easy. And the fact that your memory, it's already pre-adjusted for you guys, and you don't have to go ahead and get in there and do it, which you actually, I believe you could go into computer, hook it up, and you can actually readjust those to your likings, but they're already adjusted, so you could just go in there and start using it right away. You don't have to go in your computer, hook it up, and start messing with it. It gives you the option to be able to go ahead and just vape on it and not have to worry about that. So that's one thing I do like about this 200 watt right here. It's awesome when it comes to that feature. Right now I'm using one of the coils that go to it. It's just a single coil. It came with a pack of 5. So basically when I got this as a kit online, and it came with the rouleau, it came with the smock tank, it came with 5 coils. It came with the batteries, and I think that's about it. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 items, 3 batteries to keep me going. You know what I mean? I thought it was a great deal, and it was just a little over $100. I saved up for a while for it. I think since it first came out, I was saving up for it. So it was a while saving. You know, and this is the hard part that I'm trying to tell people is when I do this, sometimes my videos, items will come out later than other people. Well, that's because I have to save up and buy it myself, and then show you guys the product, which I hope, and I'm glad that you guys still come in and see what I'm doing, even though it's still late. But even though I still, there's a couple things I've done in the past where I showed people some products where other reviewers didn't even know about and didn't review that part on something, and I noticed it because I kept, you know, messing with it for a longer period of time, or I watched so many reviews, I noticed things they didn't, and I was able to show it on mine. So that's one thing that's cool about, you know, kind of just waiting down the line and coming out with later videos and stuff like that. You just get to learn more about it and just put it out with better knowledge of the product you're putting out. So being that I had this for about a half a month already, not even really, but yeah, close to it. I had some time to mess with it and still kind of didn't want to mess with it too much because I was having too much fun playing with it and just vaping on it. But it's a great vape. I made so many cool builds with it, with using this mod and different RDAs and stuff, especially my temple. In the TC mode, in the TC mode, be careful to attach a new atomizer. Yeah, that's right. You have to make sure that the atomizer you put on here is cooled down to a room temperature. You don't want to put something new on there or something that's on there that's hot. Or if you did use it, you want to make sure it's cooled down to the room temperature before you attach it. The temperature may read and protect incorrectly until the atomizer cools down. So it might actually, it'll actually lock you out of the system until the atomizer you put on there is actually cooled down to room temperature. So don't expect to put something on there that's a little on the hot side and just be able to vape. So if you got a tank that's been sitting on your dashboard with the sun hitting all day, keeping it hot, and then you just throw it on there, it's not gonna fire. You're just gonna end up having to wait till the whole thing cools down. So just keep an eye on where you put your stuff anyways. You don't want to sit in the sun. VW mode. In this mode, output wattage can be adjusted from 1 watt all the way to 200 watts with the up and down buttons. Malfunctions. And alright, so basically it's just telling you that while it's in wattage mode, which is what I have it on, it's the average well-known mode that's out there on mods is wattage, Kangertech wattage, the mini wattage. Everything is wattage that's controlled with a board and batteries. So basically this is your down and up, and you just simply go to, hey, let's try 50 watts, let's try 70 watts. I'm going to do 70, 80. That's as simple as that. It's not vaping good, so you just go, you put it up to 90. It's a simple way of using your coils. So that is your wattage mode. It's very simple. Just up and down and left and right, and feels so good to me. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so low power alert. When the battery voltage is below 3.1 volts, the device will display battery low. If you continue to press the fire button, the device shows a lock and will not work. Please recharge the battery to reactivate. So basically, this is a battery function that protects your batteries. If your batteries go too low, you won't be able to revive them and recharge them. These batteries are made where if you charge them, I got a bad habit of working that way. If you charge these batteries, and it doesn't matter whether they're brand new, whether they're used, whatever, you sit here and you take these batteries and you use these batteries. And that's what I like about devices like this is, and I forgot to do so. All right, so you take these batteries, right? You take these and put them in a device like this, and you sit there and you keep using this device all day long to the point where the voltage goes so low, under 3 point, let's say 3.1 is the lowest this goes. So basically this is even lower than some people recommend, because some people recommend that you don't go lower than like 3 point. Actually 3.1 is about average, but sometimes people go a little higher than that, like 3.2, 3.4, something like that, I think. But going that low, if you go lower than that, you might not be able to charge these batteries back up. So that's one thing about these 18650s is when you use them, especially on a mech mod, and you feel your power dying out, stop using them, charge them up, because if you keep going to the point where you're not getting any vape, you probably done killed your batteries, and you're probably just gonna have to throw them away because they ain't gonna recharge at all. So make sure that you guys don't let your battery voltage drop very low. And like, I'm used to it, so I use a mech mod like this. I don't have any voltage reader on this or anything like that, but they do sell certain mech mods where you could buy it and it will have a voltage reader on it. And if you feel safer doing that, do it. Buy a mech mod that has a voltage reader on it. So this way you can keep track of the amount of voltage you're using on your battery, so you don't kill your batteries, because then you're just going to end up wasting money that way. I'll tell you what, I haven't done it yet, and thank God I have devices that help me, and also ones that I kind of could tell when I'm ready to start charging. So let me take a vape if you don't mind. I love this stuff, Skittles. Man, that's good. It tastes just like Skittles. And when I put the sweetener in it, it's what's good, because it tastes so good. I gave it to my ex-wife. She vapes here and there, not too much, but she tried it, and she was really impressed in how good and how much it tasted like Skittles. Where she was like, "Well, could I get a little more?" I'm like, "Nah, It's not for drinking. It's for freaking vaping. She's looking at me like, oh man. She really wanted more. Like, it tastes that good. Like, it's almost something you want to drink because it is. It's that good. So let's get this back together. Make sure it's on 90 watts. So we're going to do the next mode. And the next mode is, all right, so we did, what page are we on here? We did, all right, so we did rotate, we did end, we did that. VW mode. In this mode, output wattage can be adjusted from, yeah, we did that. Indicates and protects, and we did the battery protection, over 10-second protection when the fire button is held down. Also, another mode is when you hold the fire button down for more than 10 seconds, it automatically shuts down, which would, what I would think is it would protect the button. It's protecting your atomizer from drying out, or even protecting your cotton. It's protecting the board from overheating. I mean, there's a lot of reasons why a button like that is very important to have, and a lot of people don't like it. But it is very important, and a lot of people don't even get up that far past 10 seconds hits. But it's very important to have something like that. And I'm not sure, but I believe this function here, it is adjustable, and we will get to that in a second. The output, let me wear my glasses so I can see. When the fire button is pressed over 10 seconds, the output will shut down, will shut off, and the LED light screen will display over 10 seconds. Now, low power alert. When the battery voltage is below the 3.1, it will display the battery, and I think we talked about that just a few seconds ago. Atomizer low alert, when the resistance of an atomizer is really low. Now this one's really good and really important, because this is on your builds. If you're using an RDA and you do a build that's really low and dangerous, this will not allow you to use it, and not allow you to use that build on this mod, obviously. But if you put it on a mod like this, a mech mod where there is no functions to stop you, you could go ahead and use it, but you're taking a big risk. Now, it's tricky when you do builds, because I've done builds at 0.1 and 0.01. The build I actually have on here, I believe, is 0.08. The build I have on this one, I believe, is 0.09 or 0.08, and the reason why is because I have it on here is because it works on this. Actually, no, this isn't it. This is a 0.8. Sorry, this one's 0.08, and I do have a couple that are a lot lower than that builds, and I won't use that on a single battery. A single battery, I'll go maybe to 0.1, but anything 0.1 and under, like 0.09, 0.08, I'll have 2 batteries. It's just, but being that you have something like this with 3 batteries and it's still not allowing you, that's actually good, because you're not working in amps and forcing those amps to overwork and push out more than what it's supposed to. So if you have one battery, 40 amps, and you got a build that's forcing that battery to push out more than that 40 amps, like let's say 42 amps is pushing out the coil, then you're overheating your battery, and it's gonna vent, and you're gonna blow it up. And you need to know your Ohm's law. You need to know how to build. You need to know math, because a lot of it has to do with math. If you know how to, I believe is, see, this is the part I get confused with, and the only way I do is by hands-on. I build and I go by how many wraps and how the width is and stuff to get the builds I want. The math part of it is a little tricky for me, but it's very important that you can use math. They have calculators on your iPhone, on your Samsung tablet. You could download apps that'll help you do the math, so you can figure out what size, how many wraps and stuff you could do will be safe, so it's safe for you, so you don't blow up your face or anything like that. And God forbid, I hope none of you do that, because That shit looks painful. I wouldn't want it to happen to me. That's why when I do use mech mods, I use ones with 2 batteries or more. Or if I use my single 6650 one, I believe that's what, or 3650 or something like that. I use, I'll build the same builds I build for my mini Vote, because they're both the same kind of batteries that they're using. So the battery this is 18350 is what it is. So they're the same batteries that the mini Vote and this one use, except this one here is a mech mod. So I do the same builds that the mini Vote comes with for a coil. This way I know that I'm doing a safe build on there and I'm not pushing it too far over. This is the Fantasy Mini, and I love this, and I have the little Goblin Mini on it, and I think it's a nice little device all together like this. So we're gonna go with atomizer short circuit protection. When atomizer short circuits occurs, the OLED screen will display atomizer short. A lot of things that could cause that. Things that could cause an atomizer short. Alright. Atomizer short. Something that could cause an atomizer short could be a lot of things, actually. It could be a bad coil touching something. It could be touching the well cap. It could be touching your chimney. It could be touching the other coils of lead sticking out a little too far from the other side. It could be a lot of things. So when you get an atomizer short and it keeps doing it after you mess with it and stuff, you want to take it apart and start messing with the coil itself and making sure that coil is safe. After that, if you still get a short, you want to check and look if you see any arcing or anything going on in your atomizer, because you want to make sure there's nothing going on inside there where your coils are, like arcing, power jumping from metal to metal, coils and stuff like that. Look very carefully, because if it is, you'll see a little tiny burnt spot somewhere. You'll see a little light or something somewhere, but you want to look carefully, because you never know. If you see the video of Big Joe, I believe, or Big or something like that, he does a lot of reviews on e-juice. New Jersey guy, real big guy, deep voice. He just did a video of a RDA he bought, and the RDA he had was actually arcing in between the positive and negative, and you can see the arc. He chucked it over his shoulder. He won't give it away. He's throwing it in the garbage. Ain't nobody getting that. And it's funny because you see a lot of people asking him if they can have it, and he already said he's not going to give it away. So, but be careful and check for things if you ever get that. Device gets too hot. If you get a temperature alert on your device, if the internal temperature of the device is 70 Celsius, the output will shut off automatically and the screen will display device too hot. So if you're overworking this device does get hot and your screen will start overheating in here. If that overheats, this will shut off. Yes, it was the Flawless Tugboat new version. You're right. It was Big Lou who did it, and it was a great review. I love Big Lou's reviews. He is straight up, forward, and honest. He don't bullshit, and that's what I like about him. He's got that Jersey attitude, and I'm down from that area. I'm from Bridgeport, Connecticut, and we all have that same Long Island, you know. And the fact that he just straight out put him out in the open like that, that's what I like about a reviewer who's honest and doesn't bullshit and hide shit from people. That was arcing. That's bad. And the way they built that, I don't like it. If you can see, there's nothing separating the positive post from the negative. He could have easily put something in there and put it back together, but it's not his job to do that. That should have been done from the people who built it. The V3, yeah, the V3, the tugboat, the new V3, yup. Flawless Tugboat. That show was nice though. It's a nice RDA, but the fact that it was doing that was dangerous. His battery could have popped on him and vented. So having a protection device like this that does that makes me feel safer that this protects you from shorts like that. Temperature protection, if it gets too hot, it shuts off. It won't allow you to fire, which is another good protection. Because the device is getting hot, your batteries most likely are getting hot with it, depending on what part's getting hot. Imbalance alert. This is one I haven't heard about yet. See, this is one thing I know that some reviewers don't talk about everything on here, which I like to talk about stuff. Especially when it comes to stuff like this, because I heard one reviewer said this. He said, this, you could throw it away. He goes, this is why we're here. I said, okay, so if this is why this guy's here, let's see what he's going to talk about. Dude, he only talked about some of the functions, and that's it. And he chucked the book. He didn't teach me nothing important. He taught me about the main functions of this, of how to use it, put it up, put it down, stuff like that. But you know how much stuff is in here I didn't even know about? Like, what if I did grab my book and just threw it in the garbage? You know? Yeah, I buy my RDAs for a lot cheaper than that. I don't mind, but I'll tell you what, I'll buy a clone if it comes down to it. I paid this one right here. This is shoot, I actually forgot what I paid for that one. I think this was $30, and this was the most expensive one I ever bought, because I usually buy them online, and I just happened to have the extra money. I ended up doing a side job. I made some extra money, so I ended up going to buy this. Which was really cool, and I love the Fishbone Plus. But then when I realized that the well is made out of ceramic and it breaks easily, that's one thing I don't like about that, is how easily it could break, that ceramic well. So, but yeah, RDAs that are over $50, like some of them, depending on who makes them, like Twisted Message, you're not really paying. And I hate when people say this, well, it's the machining, it's so much work to do the machine. You know what? No, bullshit. My brother's a machinist, and it's a lot of work they put into this, but it's not $50 worth. What you're doing is, when you see an RDA that costs like $70, $80, it's the name. You're paying for the name. You're paying for that advertisement of name, Twisted Message. So his RDA is actually a very simple RDA that was built. It's 4 pieces for one of his RDAs. Is a 4-piece RDA. It's basically a well cut out with a notch cut out. You put your posts in that were cut out. You know what I mean? There's other ones that are cheaper than that are harder to make because of being one solid piece. The ones that are really hard to make are the ones that are like one solid piece, not the single piece, the 4-piece RDAs or the 3 pieces or something that they put together and stuff like that. Those are easier to make because the pieces are not all solid, one solid piece, so they could cut around easier and stuff like that. You know, I hope you guys understand what I mean by that. My brother was trying to explain some of that stuff to me. Check USB. So we got an imbalance alert when the difference between the maximum and the minimum cell voltage is equal or greater than 0.3 volts. The OLED screen will display imbalance after inserting the USB cable. Then please take out the cells to charge or replace with freshly charged cells. So I guess basically what you want to do is you want to marry your batteries. You don't want to sit there and take 3 different batteries that have the 3 different voltage settings or whatever, because they were charged differently, and then you put them in there and they don't work right. So you want to marry your batteries, and by doing that, is what you do is you take all 3 batteries that are brand new, you pop in here and you charge them together, and you keep them together all the time, so you don't separate them and start using them on different mods and stuff like that. You want to use all these 3 together all the time. So basically, this is a single battery that's it hasn't been married with anything yet. So I use this on all different mods, but I don't use it with different batteries. This single battery goes by itself, and it gets used on all different mods, but by itself. I won't use this on a dual mod. I won't use this in a triple mod or whatever. It goes only in single battery mods, and that's it, because it has not been married and it's been used several times. I have 18350 in here. It's been married for this device and the other battery. They get charged together all the time, and they get used on this device only all the time. So basically that's what I mean by that. You're using those batteries all the time. And Mike, if you want to get an RDA that's worth, you know, a little bit of money, go on eBay, bro. And you could get RDAs. I bought in RDAs, and I'm not even lying. I bought RDAs as cheap as $2, $3. Cheap, man, cheap money. And they're, some of them are clones. I got some originals, but some of them are clones. But they're all made just about the same. They're not junk. You're using them for one purpose, and is to vape with. And honestly, whether it's, you know, whether it's a clone or not, as long as it does what it needs to do and gets you where you need to be, then you should be happy with that RDA, whether it's a real one or not. I don't agree when people sit there and hate on each other just because one person has a clone and the other person has an original. It's childish, really childish. And I didn't realize so many people on the internet that watch this stuff could get so angry and act so immature over stupid decisions, stupid things that over decisions that people make because they want to buy a clone, or they want to buy this or that, and people do this. It's like, I was watching a video today of someone else, and they were sitting there arguing over stupid internet stuff, getting involved in people's personal life. Like, oh my goodness, like, really? I'm only doing this just to let people know, like, new devices that are out that I buy that I like. Let them know what I like about them, what's bad about them, and you make a choice whether you want to get one or not. But I'm not getting myself involved in people's personal life on the internet that I don't even know. That's crazy. But let's see. So we got check USB alert when the voltage of the USB charger is equal or greater than 5.8 volts. The LED screen will display check USB after inserting the USB cable or vaping. Okay, so let's see. Charge error alert when no current is detected in charging state. The LED screen will display charge error, so that might be a bad cord. You could change your cord and see if that would work. Your batteries, it could be bad batteries. There could be just about any reason why that would say that. I think so. Weak battery alert, that's cool. It gives you a weak battery alert. In TC and VW mode, when the device installed with an atomizer is working and the voltage of a battery is below 2.9 volts, the device shows weak battery. Meanwhile, the output power will be reduced accordingly. That's pretty cool feature that this comes with the weak battery. So this has a lot of really nice features that it's already pre-installed with this device, and you know, a lot of people should be really happy with the way this device was made. It was pre-installed with a lot of new settings. As far as the DNA 200 goes, you have to do all the settings yourself. You have to hook it up to your computer. You have to get the that program, I forget the name of it all the time, and then you have to install your own settings and set it up. And a lot of people aren't computer illiterate. Like, a lot of people are computer illiterate, and they just can't do that. They can't go in there, they can't download, they can't understand the whole process of doing all this stuff. And I understand, because when it comes to programming and stuff like that, it could get pretty hard, especially if you didn't go to school for computers. And then you got some people who just naturally understand it, which is awesome. But I'm glad that they came out with a device like this, because it gives the other set of people who couldn't mess with the DNA 200 to actually be able to buy this and enjoy it just as well as the DNA 200. So thank you WISMEC and the for creating this REULEAUX 200, and I'm happy that I'm able to be able to use this, because when the DNA 200 came out and I heard that you had to install all your own and hook it up to the computer and do this and do that, I was like, oh hell no, I'm all set. I wasn't thinking about buying it and trying to do all this stuff. So I'm actually glad that they came out with their own with their own new one, and the fact that you could put a build on it, titanium, anything you want, and then go into this and find it and set it to that and just vape on it. Hell, I'm all for that. That's awesome that they did that. You know, the fact that they did it is awesome. So many people can enjoy this device now, and really, so many people can enjoy it. I'm gonna go ahead and take a vape. That don't work. Dragon. All right. So that's the end of that. And then the other section of that, it's going to be in Spanish. I believe it's Spanish. So it does come in different languages as well for other people who need to learn about this and use this device. Really nice device. Has a really nice logo on it. Once you take off your tank, you can see that this device here on the top here, it has like a little well right here, so a little bit of juice drips out and stuff like that. It's not going to spread all over the place, so go right into this little tray right here. And I guess if it comes down to it and more leaks out than what it can hold in this tray, it could start dripping into the 510, which I don't see why it would do that, or why would they allow it to do that. Or maybe it's so if stuff gets into the 510, it has a place to get out. But I like this little tray cut out here for juice to drip into, so it doesn't get all over the place. Very nice little design. Then you have their logo right here on the top. It looks like their three-way coil, their tri-coil, whatever it's called. You have nice ventilation holes right here on this side. You got 3 holes. They look about 1.5 millimeters to 2 millimeters wide each hole. Another set of 3 holes on that side for battery ventilation. Also on the bottom you have 4 sets of 5 holes cut out on the bottom for battery and the chip ventilation. So there's ventilation on the batteries and where your chip is all in here. This whole device here, your mini USB port here, has a board itself that heats up when charging. So this little airflow right here, this venting right here, it's great to keep this cool because it does get hot. And if there is no venting for that, it will just keep building up heat in there, and it's good to keep ventilation system in there to somehow cool it down a little bit. So pretty much as far as like air ventilation, it has plenty of it. Even little cracks here and there, it can vent. So it is made very well. Has plenty of venting for batteries like this. Very nicely made. I have the red and black, as you can see. It's red and black. And I like the way this kit came, because it's the red and black. Then I got the red and black tank. Well, the black tank with the red band, and also comes with a black band, but I have that on another tank. I think this looks really, really good together. Very nice. And that's the REULEAUX RX200 from WISMEC. It's the Jabo design. Jabo is the one who designed this, I believe. That's how it works. Oh, also, oh no, also, I was gonna say also this and that, but no. Yeah, Jabo, if you look, you got his, who designed this. And he's also a guy who designs other mods, I believe, that has come out in the past. And this guy is awesome. He does a great job building different, designing these things. And keep it up, guys. Keep it up. Yeah, very nice. Very nice. But right now we're going to be also doing the builds. I still have some time on my clock here for the live show. So we're going to do the builds on the Goblin Mini. So basically I still got all this juice in here that I have to vape out. Man, so give me like 2 seconds. I'm sure I can vape it out pretty quick. I'm just kidding. I'm going to take it off and do it. I have my syringe blunt tip from my e-juice. And by mistake, the whole thing came out. So let's take this off. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to get a screwdriver, flathead, and we're going to go ahead and unscrew the bottom screw, and that's where you fill it from, right here at the screw. So we're going to go ahead and just unscrew that real quick. And this is a good way how you can empty it, refill it, empty it. You just stick your blunt tip syringe in there like that. And just go ahead and suck all the juice right out. And then we could build on it. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and take the bottom off. Oops. Alrighty then, now we're gonna go ahead and, well, I was gonna do a build on this, but oh man, I almost don't want to change the build on this, but I want to do something a little bit different. Oh yeah, that's right, I want to do the single coil build on this one. So I want to go ahead and take this apart, and I'm going to save the coils I have in here because they're still good. And I hate when these things are tight on here. It's funny because sometimes I'll sit here and I'll struggle and I'll trying to take this off, and then somehow or something it'll end up being loose. Come on, loosen up. Son of a biscuit. Boy, you know, I have trouble getting this off all the time because it's like metal to metal with no like washers or nothing. So when you're trying to unscrew it, it's like, come on. And this sucks because this don't fit, or it ain't like this fits around. Oh wait, you know what? This has a little piece here in the middle. I wonder if that works. Oh, see, I wish that had like a grip on it right here in that centerpiece right there. That would have been perfect to like have a way to unscrew stuff right there. Wow, it's like really on there tight. Got it. You gotta scream. So we're gonna go ahead and take that out. And I showed you guys, I made a video the other day, I think it was yesterday actually, how to wick your Goblin Mini. And this is very easy to wick, and a lot of times, you know, I seen people putting cotton down in the shoving that cotton down in there and stuff, and you don't have to do that. Basically all you do is put cotton right in there, but you just cover the holes up nicely with it, and that's it. You don't have to go nuts and shoving cotton all up in the holes and making it hard for the cotton to be fed in there. So I mean the juice makes it hard for the juice to feed in there. So we're gonna go ahead. Went ahead and I got the coils out. Right there, took my rings off so it's easier for me to work. I like my jewelry, man. So this is what it looks like. Excuse me, sir. This is what it looks like. It's a 3 post with a dual center post. And this is not a 4 post. There's only 3 posts, and the center's got 2 holes in it. So we're going to just make sure these are unscrewed all the way so I can fit my wire down in there. Very small holes on this. You want to use a very fine screwdriver so you don't strip your screws. If you use one that's too big or one that's too small, you can't strip your screws. I'm going to go ahead and use this to do my build on. We're just going to go ahead and take the battery out so I don't hit the switch by mistake. But this is perfect to do builds on because it's heavy. It sits in the place I need it to sit because of the weight, and it just makes it a lot easier for me to do a build on. So I will bring the camera down 1 second so you can watch, or do I have enough space up here to do it? Alright, so we're going to go ahead and bring you guys actually a little closer right there. And I'm going to go ahead and move this over here. Grab my tool. Oops. Sorry. Dropped you guys. Alright, Alright, so we got our coils. The center post moves. Just if it moves on you, try to move it back. If it wiggles and shiggles a little on you. I got a piece of coil down there on the bottom broken off. It's kind of sitting there, and I really can't get it out of there. I don't know why. It's like stuck in there somewhere. Oh, there it goes. I got it. Look at that. That could have caused a short right there. Make sure you don't have any little pieces of wire sitting in there because it was sitting right between the positive and the negative. Is that another piece of wire stuck right there? I hope not. Nope. Alright, no more pieces of wire anywhere. Alright, so what we're going to go ahead and do now is we're going to go ahead and get the coil wire that we got. I have my little cotton kit here. Cotton on the bottom. And on the bottom, it's a drawer. We open this drawer. I have an extra battery in here. And I have wire. I have coils. And we're going to do a single coil build. So I already got a pre-coil built for that. Right here. Very nice little guy. I think that's a 0.8 or a 0.6, I believe. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put this build in here. But first we're going to see the kit that comes with this to make it a one coil vaping machine. So we're going to go ahead and look for that box that I got somewhere around here. See, I was going to try using this stuff here too. I'll show you. I wanted to wick it with this and just see how it works because you know what? It's really nicely, looks like it'll plug up them holes really nice, and I was really tempted on trying it. So I'm going to go ahead. Oh geez, I'm looking for the box and look at what's sitting on it right here. Here goes the box. So we're going to go ahead and get the package out. We're going to get all the stuff we need out of it. And we're going to go ahead and set it up for one coil. Now this comes with everything you need for one coil. It even has an extra some little washers in there. And I believe one of the little washers in there is for the screw, so you can fill it. It doesn't leak when you fill it. The filling screw that could go back in there. Then I have another little washer here that I don't know what it's for. I don't know what this little one's for, but I think it has something to do with the mouthpiece, the drip tip. I believe there's a washer that goes in one of those pieces. I'm I don't know. That is a good question. There's a little rubber washer there, a black one, and it is very small, but it doesn't show what it's for here. So I'm just gonna leave it there. That Skittles is blazing. All right, so let me put this back in here so I don't lose this washer either. Okay. Now, right here we have the piece to make it a single coil build. This is it right here. It comes little silicone rubber pieces. And these, I believe, sit inside of the fill hole. And this sits up on top. So, I believe it sits in the fill hole. And then this slot here, there's a slot right here that goes along this edge here. That here slides into the fill hole, the air hole. So this is gonna plug up your air hole. This is gonna plug up your juice hole. And this top piece here is gonna rest, I believe, against everything just as a weight, I guess, just so nothing else could oh, that keeps it in place. So when you put your well back on, it's gonna rest and hold this right in place, and that really looks good, guys. I'm gonna actually take this out so you could see a little bit better and how it's sitting in here. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and loosen this piece because it didn't come out this time, and the moment I want to use it, it doesn't want to come out. But you could easily take this out with scissors too, as long as it's loose and you don't break your scissors. But I'm gonna go ahead and take this out because I'm gonna use this as a holder for my RDA. It's just a nice size to rest my RDA on. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys that. Not much of a good view, but you could see somewhat where this right here is sitting right in the juice hole. So when I put the cover on, it's gonna sit all the way down and not allow that juice to come through, as well as this side. It's really covering it up nice. And then this piece here, insert it into the airflow. So your airflow is covered up, so you only have one open for the single coil. Then you have a metal piece here. Now I don't know exactly what kind of metal this is. Maybe it's stainless steel or some kind of just regular metal or something. Hopefully something safe. But it sits here supposedly, I'm thinking maybe as a little bit of weight to help it hold down. Now when I insert this chimney back on, or the well piece back on, if you could see, which I doubt you could see because of my camera, right in that hole you could see the rubber piece sitting right there, and right here where the well is sitting right on top of it, and right inside you can see how it rests right against it. Very nice. And then when I screw in the chimney is gonna rest right on top of that, holding it together, and you're not gonna have any problems. This is awesome. I actually like this. The way it's set up, they did a great job. So we're gonna go ahead and, I don't know if I could zoom in, but we're gonna try. So did that work as it's zooming in? So there we go. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and take this back off so we could do our build on it. Alrighty. Now we're gonna zoom back out so we could get that back in our view. Alrighty then. So we're gonna go ahead and grab that coil. And now remember, I'm gonna actually take this out for now because when we do the coil, we're gonna have to snip the other side. So we got our single coil right here. We're gonna go ahead and place this in here on either side, doesn't matter. Ooh. Now, I dropped it. The best thing to probably use with this will be my coil jig, and I forgot it. So give me a second, guys. I'm just gonna grab it real quick. Alright, so I got my coil jig. And we're going to go ahead, we're going to take this coil and we're going to place it on there. So we have, the size of the coil is a really small one. We're going to be doing a micro coil. So we're going to go ahead and place that on here. Okay. Actually, what I want to do is I want to go on the opposite side of that. Okay, I got that in. Now, before I tighten it down, what I want to do is I want to make sure that this coil is sitting right where I need it to sit, because we're going to want this right over the airflow. We're going to want this sitting just right. So I'm going to tighten this right about there. So I went ahead and snugged my positive. Now I'm going to go ahead and snug my negative. Alright, and then I'm going to go ahead and we're going to slide this over, pulling up on it a little bit. And just go ahead and slide it over. Make sure it's right over your airflow. Center it very nicely, because you're going to want to make sure that the air is hitting that very nice under the coil, and it's going to blow all the way around it, cooling it off. So if you see here how I did that, I got that coil centered right over the airflow. I got it raised up just enough where I can fit this under it, just like all my other coils I do. Alright, now it's all nice and tight. Now I'm going to go ahead and trim this. I just trimmed my leads off to make sure it's even. Also making sure that it doesn't cut into the back of the piece I'm putting in. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and place the single coil piece in here so I can use my single coil build. This will keep the airflow and juice from coming up on this side. So that's in there really nice like that. So that's how it should look. Got a coil on one side and got that on that side. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to grab our well here. Oh wait, no we're not. We're going to actually, I'm getting way ahead of myself, wow. I'm actually going to pulse her. And I'm sure it's already been pulsed, but I like to do it, pulse it, heat it, whatever it needs to be done. So I'm going to grab my Kangertech, and it's not really good, I guess, to do this, I heard, but you know what? I don't feel like going and grabbing my 521 tab. I got a 0.9, which is fine, and then I'm going to lower it all the way down to about 20 watts, 25 watts. You don't want to burn your coil out so quick. So we're going to go ahead and pulse this now. Alright, now you saw that, right? So now it's firing decent. I'm just going to adjust it a little bit, strum it a little bit, fire from the center, just very nicely, very nice. Alright, that's all you want. Just like that, simple, easy, spectacular. You're going to put your stuff away. Do not leave stuff sitting out. That's another part of doing this, is cleaning up after yourself. I'm going to go ahead and open this up and grab some cotton. Let me see if I can find a small piece in here. I guess I'll grab that one. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this. This isn't actually a nice piece to use for this. I'm going to cut it. I'm going to cut this tip off right here. I'm going to use this piece I got here. Alright. Ball it up. Baller! We're going to insert that. I'm going to pull it through. Make sure it's nice. Not too tight. Never make it too tight. Make sure it's like, it's hard to explain because people have different concepts of thinking what loose is and snugged, and let me show you something. This right here, see how it's pulling? It's not like it's pulling like it's a little tight but not too tight. See where it's about to rip? That's fine. That's as tight as you want to go. You don't want to go too much tighter than that, because if you go any tighter, the juice is not going to be able to get up in there. You understand what I'm saying there, G? You know what I'm saying, G? You're going to trim your cotton on each side just a little bit. Also, another thing you want to do is you want to pick your cotton. You want to kind of just pick the cotton a little bit to loosen it up. Make sure it's not too thick where the juice won't get in. So we're just going to pick that a little bit. Make sure this side right here was really thick and heavy, and the juice really won't get in this side really well. So that's where I'm going to go ahead and just pick a little bit of that cotton out. This side here is just about fine there, so we're going to leave that one right there. Now what you want to do is, once you got all that done, you're going to lift up your cotton like bunny ears. Okay, you're going to put your chimney over it. You're going to go ahead and screw this on, because what you're going to do is you're not going to take your cotton and stick it in those holes, man. You're going to put it above the hose, over it, and that's it. You're not, because once you cover the hose with cotton, you don't need cottons in the hose. You just want to cover them. So actually I want to use this one here, and I'm going to cover that hole up and just make sure that the cotton doesn't miss any of that hole to the point where the juice is going to go all over the place, because you have your airflow right next to the cotton wick, the wicking hose, and the juice will just come right over and go right into the air hole and leak right out the side, right out the bottom. So you want to really make sure that your holes are covered up nice, and you also want to make sure that you have enough where your cotton is going to juice up really well. So like I showed you on the smock tank, I put juice on the side where it's supposed to wick up just like that, and that's how I test it to make sure it's wicking good. And all you're doing is putting juice there, and that, if it's juicing up really well, it will get soaked up into the cotton really well. You won't have any problems with that at all, unless if it won't get up there because the cotton is actually too high up for it right now. Unless if I have the weight, I might need some gravity power to get this to start wicking up really. Oh wait, no, it's working. Huh, it worked. Sweet, it still worked. So you just pour some juice in that hole, and the cotton should soak it right up, no problem. And that's how I do all my testing for my juice, for my wicking, and make sure it's working the right way. I'm just going to put a little on top here. And having it on 18 watts is not enough. I need to actually raise that up a little bit, because that's going to take a little bit more power to boost up, to ramp up. So we're going to go at 46 watts. Alright, we're going to actually lower that down to 30 watts. That's a little too high. It's scaring me. Alright, 30 watts. Let's try it. Nice. So 30 watts. She should be wicking good. So she's definitely vaping nice, man. Look at that vapor come right out off of one wick. Off of one wick. So we're gonna go ahead and fill up the tank, and this should be working perfectly. There we go. Look at that. All right, so we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the tank, which is right here, and this goes right on top like that. Make sure you sit it right, and then make sure you don't cross thread. And usually I get it on the first try, like I just did now. Okay, so now my tank is on all the way. I'm gonna go ahead and take this off. And you got a screw hole right there where you go ahead and you take your juice and you pour it in there. Especially if you have a unicorn bottle, you could go ahead and just squeeze it in there really well. Get that air bubble out of there. There we go. And we're gonna lick that clean because it's no nicotine on it, so I'm not gonna like OD or anything, guys. Alright, so we're gonna put that fill screw back on right here. Flathead screwdriver with a piece of cotton on it. It's my friend that hangs out with my screwdriver. We just snug that on nice. Alright, so I'm just gonna rinse this off, get all this gunk off of it. There we go. I just rinsed it off with a little water. I kept the airflow closed when I do that, and it's got adjustable positive pin, which I like about this. Now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna plug in the battery and stuff on this. We're gonna go ahead and hook this all back up. Make sure my airflow is open. It's still closed. Make sure it's not leaking. I hope it's not leaking. I thought I did a good job doing that, especially covering up the hose. But we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna screw that in. We're gonna grab our battery switch here. And this is supposed to lock. This button here is supposed to turn, but it gets stuck all the time because of the way they made it. So we're gonna go ahead and just screw this in. On this setup, it's righty loosey, lefty tighty. So I'm turning it to the right and it's screwing it down, see? And it tightens down that way. So we're gonna hit this now and see how she vapes, guys. So let's come back up. All right, let's test this out. Not bad, but being that she's at 0.9, the battery is not going to actually make this run well. I'm going to need a little bit more power. Not bad. But we're going to go ahead and take this off. We're going to put this back on the Kanger Tech, because the Kanger Tech has enough power to push this right now. So we're going to start it off. We have it on 30 watts. And 30 watts might be a little bit too much. I'm going to go 25. Single coil build. Let's see if we see some air bubbles going. If it works right, we'll see air bubbles coming up. Nope. That was a massive dry hit. So my dual coil was working better than the single coil. And the single coil is not even juicing up right. Ooh, that was horrible. Yeah, she's not hitting right at all. Well, I messed that up. So that was one of my worst builds right there. That was one of my driest hits ever. I never got a dry hit like that before. This was my first time doing a single coil build, and I failed on my single coil build. Sucks. Well, guys, I am out. I did my review. The review was for the WISMEC 200, the REULEAUX RX200. I hope you guys like it. Leave a comment, a like, and don't forget to subscribe. I still got that 100 subscriber giveaway going. So look for the 100 subscriber giveaway video and subscribe to that one. Leave a comment and like the video. You have to do all three or you will not be included in it. But as far as this, I really don't see any cons in this one here. I actually love this. I enjoy it, and I don't see any cons. And if there was a con, the only con I would say that there is maybe the light. The button should have a little light on it, a little fire button light, you know. I think that would be pretty cool. But other than that, that's not even a con. That's just my con. But guys, this is a great 200 watt mod. They also have an update that just came out recently for 250 watts. So if you already did an update and you don't have 250 watts, that means you did the update for the 3.0. They have one more that just came out for 250 watts. Go check it out. And you could go right to the WISMEC website, I believe, which is www.wismec.com, and you should be able to find the update there for 250 watts. I'll put the info down at the bottom of where you could go for that. But guys, thanks for checking my channel out in this video and review of the REULEAUX RX200. It's a really nice device, and I really do recommend this as far as a 200 watt device, and it is a 250 watt device now with the update, so I approve it for a 250 watt device. So check it out, guys. I'm going to put a couple links down where you can go and purchase this. Hopefully you guys will be able to get one and also like it at the same time, because it is great. Thanks a lot. Peace out and vape on.